Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this video there's something I want to talk to you about, and we're going to do an unboxing. Alright, so I have 3 boxes that I have to open up. We'll get to that in just a second. The first thing I want to do is talk to you guys about something I have planned for the channel. Now, a lot of you really enjoyed, or at least it seemed like you did, the sculpting series I did on the Akuma statue, which is still in progress. I baked the top half, and I made it awfully thick, so there are lots of small little like hairline cracks in it that I have to go back and fix. So because of that, I've kind of put it on hiatus for a while. Anyway, I'm not working on that statue currently, but I will finish it eventually. But what I'm doing is I want to move into some digital sculpting also. A lot of the companies, most of the companies that make figures are moving in that direction, but it's also versatile for, basically anything. Movies, video games, action figures, anything. Digital sculpting seems to be the way everything is headed. So I'm going to try to dabble in that a little bit also. And I think what I'm going to do once I get going is make some videos of that process also, and then I can also do that live, so that instead of maybe doing video games on the weekend sometimes, or maybe in addition to that, I could do live digital sculpting sessions. That's way easier than doing the videos of the physical sculpting, especially since I don't always have, in most often cases, don't have a sculpture to be working on. The Akuma statue doesn't have that much left for me to sculpt that's actually going to be good for making a video on, because it's mostly just some of the details, and I can't really get good angles of me physically doing it. So digital sculpting might be a good alternative to that. So you guys can let me know what you think about that, but I'm pretty much going to be doing it either way, as long as nothing weird happens where I can't end up doing it for some reason. But it shouldn't be a big deal. I just need to decide on which graphic tablet I want to get, and then I have to order the sculpting software, which is not a big deal. So that should be happening in the near future, so we can talk about that a little bit in the comment section, and I think that'll be fun. It'll be good times. It should be, I anticipate being able to sculpt digitally fairly well. I don't know, but from what I've seen, I've watched a lot of tutorials and things like that. It looks like if you have the general concepts down already, it's just a matter of becoming acquainted with the software, which shouldn't be a big deal. I mean, I taught myself how to do Photoshop. I've taught myself basically how to do everything digitally that I've done, so I should be able to do digital sculpting. We'll see. It should be interesting for both of us. So now let's get into the unboxing, because most of you are probably more interested in that instead of hearing me talk about stuff. Let's do the smaller package first. I'm not sure what this is. I think it's a Figma Modico, but I'm not sure. So let's open it up and look. Man, this knife is getting so dull from doing all of these videos where I'm cutting tape and cardboard. It is not good for knives. It dulls the blade really fast. Luckily, I don't use this knife for anything but this, so as long as I don't slice a finger off or something like that, we should be okay. And if I do, that'll make for a really good thumbnail, no pun intended. And then more people will view my videos, I think, or at least that video, if I cut off a digit. That's a shame, but I believe that's the state we are in on the internet and in the world in general. This guy's opening toys. That's kind of interesting, I guess. This guy's cutting off a finger. I'll get views like crazy. Yep, that's what it is. It's the Figma Modico, which I'm okay. I'm kind of excited for it, but to be honest, TBH, this is the Ghost in the Shell new movie. I thought this was from... Alright, well, let me show you first. This is what it is. I thought this was from the prequel series that was like 6-hour-long episodes or whatever it was, which I haven't finished watching. But according to the packaging, it's the new movie version, Ghost in the Shell, the new movie. I didn't even know that was a thing. So that'll be interesting to... let's just pop it open. Why not? We don't have that much that I'm going to be opening on camera figure-wise. The one box is one really big item. And then the other box is a whole bunch of stuff sent by the same guy who sent me the other batch of things that I don't already own, so that I could review them for you guys. So he sent me another batch of that stuff. So that'll be cool. One person commented like, oh, look at this guy. He just has people send him stuff for free so that he can review it. I'm like, yeah, so somebody sent me stuff to review so more people could see the reviews that didn't exist otherwise. So how is that? I don't get how that's a negative thing. I mean, it's not like I get a bunch of free stuff. I have to send it back. And I'm pretty sure the majority of my stuff is stuff I paid for, which by pretty sure I mean 100% sure. So I'm not sure. I think the person was just being salty for no reason. So this figure looks pretty good. I think so far. It looks like it would make a sweet Zero Suit Samus if you don't care about the actual accuracy of the look. Well, I'm going to leave all of her plastic on for now. But it does look like it's going to be a pretty nice figure. Lots of detail in there. Nice anatomy. You know, if there's one thing Figma does right, it's anime. So I am okay with that. I'm looking forward to it. She's got different headpieces, different faces, and a couple of guns. So that should be a good one. Review for that coming soon. In a theater near you. That'd be cool. Wouldn't that be cool to watch a review? No. Nobody's going to watch a review at a theater. Alright, this next box is pretty big. And this one is from NECA. And what it is I already opened it because it's got a lot of packing stuff in there, and I wanted to make sure it wasn't too much of a problem to open on camera, and it's still kind of a problem. But we have this guy, which, let me get this box out of the way. It's still too big. Alright, so that's kind of out of the way. Alright, so we have the, what is it, the Mark 43? I forgot which Mark it was. It's been a while. Shoot. They had to put it in Roman numerals, and I'm good through, like X's. I don't know what L is. What's L? Is that 30? That would be a 10 and a 30 and a 3, which would make, no. Yeah, that would make it the 43. So it's got to be the Mark 43. If I remember correctly, the 42 was the beige one. Then the 45 was the sweet one with all the cool organic looking parts, and this is the 43, if I remember correctly. This isn't a review, so who cares? Let's open it up and take a look at it, though. It lights up, and if you guys know anything about me, it should be that I like two things on my figure outside of paintwork, and that is lights and translucent parts. So technically, if this has lights, it has translucent parts, but the important part is the lights. So we're gonna take a look at that. It looks pretty sweet so far. Let's nip the ties and just go right in. These things, by the way, little tiny wire cutters, are great for this sort of thing. What do you guys think? What's your favorite movie Iron Man armor? Mine so far is the 45, the one that was at, not counting like Hulkbuster or all those weird variants at the end of number 3. What's your favorite proper Iron Man armor from the movies? I'm partial to the first one because it was so cool looking, just classic. Not the very first, like Mark 3. And then I'm really a big fan of the 45. I think that's super good. Now this new one that they've shown for the new movie, for the Civil War movie, I don't know. I think I'm not a big fan of the fact that they cut off the chest arc reactor a little bit with the armor plating. While that makes sense, practically speaking, it takes away something for me, because it's not the triangular arc reactor, and it's not the round one. It's just, I think if I remember correctly, it's a round one that's been blocked up. So it looks, I don't know. I think it could look cooler. I think I've cut all the ties here, so let's see if I can get this guy. Nope, one more. Well, you can't say they didn't package the figure well. Alright, let's get him out of there. Is that it? I think that's it. There's one in his neck. Why can't I get it out? There we go. Alright. It was wedged in under his chin. Well, I have to say, first initial thoughts. It looks pretty cool. But it's a big Iron Man, so of course it's going to look pretty cool. You guys probably want to see the lights, right? I'm a little bit worried about... There's a little something odd going on. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. In his eyes. There's like, it looks like a chip or a crack. I think it might just be the paintwork. You might not be able to tell on camera. But let's just pull the tab and turn him on. Ooh, it glows nicely. Dare I say better than most of the Hot Toys? So here's the problem. It does look like it's just a paint issue on the eyes. Here's the thing, on the Hot Toys, and I know I'm going to catch a lot of flame for this, but Hot Toys generally, at least prior to the most recent releases, the Iron Man figures had a really bright LED in their head, but their eyes were completely clear, so it didn't have that glowing effect like this does. You could just see kind of inside and see a bright light, and it looked kind of odd. The arc reactor works very nicely too. I love that they did that frosted plastic. That is exactly what we needed for that. I'm so happy about that. Now you guys probably can't see it super well, and I can't really do anything about it since the lighting's all over there in the room. But that looks really cool so far. We have a little bit of dullness going on for the armor. I'm not sure what's up with that. I think it's supposed to be like battle damage maybe, but his crotch piece is kind of dull. I don't know if you guys see that. Still kind of cool though. Alright, so what we want to do is undo the tabs on his wrist, because his hands, his chest, and his eyeballs light up, which is pretty sweet. But we need to, I think, switch the hands out. So let's do that. This is going to be a long unboxing, but I think it's worth it since we're looking at Light Up Iron Man. And I just almost put a giant knife wound in my leg. Come on. Luckily, these big figures are too big for me to keep the packaging, so I don't worry about really destroying the package too much. Alright, let's put... I sure hope that his hands are posable, nicely posable. Because, just like with many of the earlier Iron Man figures, if you can't do a proper repulsor blast, you have failed as Iron Man. So let's see. This is it. This is the test. His hand pads come off, it looks like. Oh, they have a hinge. That's good. Doesn't feel like they really want to come off. The hands come off. I am fairly concerned about... Oh, I see. Okay, so there. Good, I didn't notice that. On one set of hands... Come on, focus up here. The repulsor thing is at an angle. Perfect. I grabbed the wrong one for one of the hands, so I didn't notice it. So we have the angled hands that look like this, if I can get it on without breaking anything. Sweet. Oh, I'm so psyched right now. And a little tiny switch, where are you at? And his hands light up too. That's so cool. I love light up figures, especially light up Iron Mans. And the posability looks pretty good. They kind of... the shoulder pad's connected to the torso. That's a major no-no. That's a problemo. It should be connected to the arm. Always connect your shoulder pads to the arm. Everybody out there making toys. Always. It kills the posability when you put it on the shoulder. So much killing of the posability. But you do get to do the repulsor blast. So that's a bonus. And you can turn the head a little bit. Obviously, this isn't a perfect pose, because I'm just throwing it together. Oh, another problem. Alright, well, you know what? We're going to be reviewing this. It looks like it's going to be a pretty cool figure with a few problems that I'm going to have to talk about, obviously, because that's what reviews are. But it's a pretty cool looking Iron Man figure. You can see right there. Despite the flaws that it may have, it's pretty sweet. So, alright, let's put him aside, and let's... what was I going to say? Let's open the other box of stuff. This one's a big one, too. It's really heavy. Ugh. Alright, so I have no idea what's in this, minus a few things. He did tell me a couple of the things he was sending, so that he could make sure that I actually wanted to review them. And then a couple of the things, he said he would surprise me. So, it's mostly imports, if memory serves. I know a lot of you guys like imports. And there's not a lot of places to go for import reviews, so the more I can do, the better. I think that'll be the best for most people. Alright, so some of you might be fans of this show, or anime, or whatever you want to call it. I guess it's popular. It's like Naruto or something like that. It's not my cup of tea. If you remember my old Naruto reviews, Sasuke and Naruto, you might remember that I pretty much bagged the figures horribly. But that's because they were pretty horrible figures. These guys, from what I've seen, are much improved from those, so you guys should be pretty happy about these. So I don't know their names. Does it have their names listed on the front anywhere conveniently? other than me trying to read the Japanese. I don't see them. You guys know who they are. We have some Bandai America, I believe, Pokemon figures, including Blaziken. Is that Mega Blaziken? I think that might be Mega Blaziken. I'm not sure. It looks like regular Blaziken. I don't know. So we have those. Then we have this one, which is, I believe, the SH Figuarts Blaziken, which looks pretty sweet. That'll be a good one to review. I gotta say, I'm not the biggest fan of the later gen Pokemon, most of them, but some of them are pretty cool, so that's alright. Then here we have, I'm sure a lot of you are going to be excited about, the Ashigaru Stormtrooper, which looks really cool. Looks like it'll go nicely with that Boba Fett that I reviewed not that long ago. And then here we have the Barnaby Brooks Jr. Darkness Bunny Edition, an exclusive from Tiger and Bunny, which obviously there's not much to show here, but there you go. That's got the same kind of packaging as that Mega Man I got recently. That's pretty cool. Here we have, this is clearly a Pokemon base, maybe for Blaziken. I don't know. I'll have to see. And then we have Wild Tiger, because a lot of these figures were really cool, so he sent me some more Tiger and Bunny to review. You guys saw the Lunatic review and Origami Cyclone. Those are both pretty sweet figs, so that's cool. And then we have this guy who is Magician's Red. That's a nice name, I guess. This guy is basically a bird man with fire from JoJo's, which I know a lot of you like JoJo's, so that'll be a good one for you. We have here Lucario, which is pretty awesome. I might just finish off my D-Arts SH Figuarts collection. I don't know. I have Venusaur or Fushigibana ordered from Big Bad Toy Store because he's still in stock there, so if you need one, pick it up. It's a really good price. But I need Charizard and Blastoise. Those are the ones I really need. And then we have Omegamon from Digimon, which I grew up on some Digimon, so I'm kind of happy about that. And then we have one that I'm not familiar with, but Chaos, either Dukemon or Dukemon, but he looks fantabulous. That figure looks like one I might have to buy just because it's blue and silver and shiny. That's going to be really cool. So there's that one, and then there's one last one, which is also one that I think many of you are going to be really happy to see on the channel. Let me put this box down. I have so many boxes here. And that is the Comic Cave Igor, which is pretty cool. It's like the Hulkbuster before the Hulkbuster. So we're going to be reviewing that guy. So that's it. That's everything. The Iron Man's mine. And the Motoko Kusanagi's mine. The rest of this I have to send back. It's so disheartening to see all this cool stuff and then not know that I don't get to keep it. Oh well, it just means I have to spend more money, which I guess is okay. I mean, it is what we do as collectors, but let me know what you guys are interested in most, and I'll try to do those reviews first, but I don't know how I'm going to do this. There's too many things, and I got a lot of stuff going on outside of the reviews right now, so we'll see. So there it is, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you stick around for all of these videos. They're going to come up soon. Iron Man probably sooner. Same thing with Motoko since they're new figures, but everything else is going to come pretty soon after that. So stick around for all that stuff. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.